Hello, my name is Dakota, and welcome to yet another week in my life as a third-year medical student. This week I'm on my internal medicine rotation, but I'm starting this vlog on Sunday the day before because I'm going to be volunteering at the Rock and Roll Marathon. You got it? Yeah. Are you recording me? I missed it! I missed it! Alright, so that volunteering is over. I've got to be up at like 5 in the morning tomorrow for my rotation, but I mean, this was a lot of fun. I didn't end up doing very much because now that I'm in my clinical rotations, this volunteering event was actually pretty low acuity, so I let a lot of the first and second years do it because I think it's a very good learning experience for them. But I'm not going back to my own house tonight. I am dog sitting for my friend because she is out of town, so I'm going to be doing all of this for the next couple days from her house. So I'm gonna try to get it in and get to bed as fast as I can, since I'm gonna definitely be tired tomorrow no matter how soon I get to bed. So I'm gonna minimize that by trying to sleep as much as I can. It is the morning after. I am not quite as tired as I thought I would be, so knock on wood that I have that energy all day. I'll probably crash at about 2 p.m. right after I get off my shift, but I'm gonna go into the hospital right now and work up a patient or two, present it, and call it a good day. So I actually got back from my rotation and I was gonna take a nap, but one of the puppies ended up puking everywhere. So I'm gonna clean that up and then I'll probably just start studying instead, and hopefully I'll get to bed early tonight. He's not the one that threw up though. He just wants to play. Doggy. Hi, doggy. Hello. Talk about an unexpected side quest. Scrub it up, scrub. The side quest continues. I'm going to give her a bath now. Are you ready? Alright, so that little crisis with the dogs has been averted. I ended up cleaning the crate and giving her a little bath. That was just definitely not expected, so I skipped my nap for the day and I did that, but I honestly don't mind that much because, I mean, I'm dog sitting for them and they're trusting me with their puppies that they care about. Like, it's the least that I can do when they are putting all this trust in me to take care of these creatures that are living and that they love so much. I think this actually ties in pretty well with what I was thinking about on my rotation today, because while I was looking at the internal medicine doctors as we were doing our rounds and they were recognizing some of the patients that are frequent flyers, I realized that the internal medicine doctors, they are responsible for the patient from the time that they come in until the time that they leave. From admit to discharge, the IM doctor, the hospitalist, is the one that is responsible for the patient. So whereas they do consult other doctors that come in and take a look at other things, those doctors that are like the specialists, they'll sign off when they're done. So then they just move on. Whereas the IM doctor has to make sure that everything from beginning to end is spick and span, and then that when they are discharged, it's not just one system that they're letting go of. They're making sure that the whole patient is ready to go. I think that's why it's really important for hospitalists, internal medicine doctors, to be really compassionate, because they are the ones dealing with so many patients from beginning to end. So I can imagine that it's easy to get tired of seeing some frequent flyers all the time, or when a patient comes in with something you recognize and you can handle because you've seen it a million times. A lot of times for those people and for those families, it's their first time going through stuff like that. It's just, even if they have gone through it before, it's never a comfortable experience. So I think that for doctors, it's really important to always keep in mind what it means for somebody to truly be in your care. Like, you are the one responsible for making sure that everything about it goes well. So even if there are little things that you can do to go out of your way and it doesn't take too much time, it just takes a little bit of effort, like, why not do it? Not that cleaning up after the puppies and giving them a bath was completely out of the bounds of dog sitting. It was just something that I was thinking about with those two things together. With that said though, my dad is coming into town tonight and he's gonna be staying with me until Thursday. So I'm gonna head home to let him into my house. We'll have dinner together and then I'll come back here to finish dog sitting for today and tomorrow, and then I'll spend until Thursday with him. So I may not be studying quite as much as I want to, but I've done a lot of front loading on that, so hopefully I'll be okay. And I mean, I'll still get my studying in. Good morning, it's another day, so I'm gonna start off by going to my rotation. Okay, so that was really quick, but I am done with my rotation for the day. I'm still really tired because I haven't been resting very well lately, but I'm gonna do a quick little run since something is always better than nothing, in my opinion. And then I'm gonna study a little bit and then pass the dogs off to the rightful owners. And then I'll spend the rest of my evening just kind of studying and spending time with my dad since he's in town. Oh man, I'm definitely feeling fatigue. However, since we're here, look at how pretty this running path is right now. You know, since I'm taking a break, let's take a little chat, because I think one thing worth talking about is how reliable the internal medicine working schedule is. Essentially, everything is based off of what time you're gonna round. So for example, my rotation right now, we round at 10 a.m. Before 10 a.m., you have to go see the patients, work them up, physical exams, chart review for all of them. Then the attending comes and you can do rounds either around a table or go room to room and round, and you discuss the patient, discuss what you're gonna do. After that, the attending leaves, and then it's basically the residents for themselves. And then for the rest of the day, what we do is we hang around, wait for new admits to come in. If new admits come in, we work them up, admit them, and move on. If nothing happens, then during the day, we use that time to do procedures. So if a patient needs an arterial line or a central line or a bronchoscopy or anything like that, that's when we do it. I think that's one of the benefits of internal medicine, is how reliable your schedule is. The hours are long because you have to get there before rounds, and then you stay until handoff, whether the next patients are going to be in the hands of the night team. But I think it's pretty good because sometimes you have a little bit of downtime during the day in between procedures and new admits. I think for me though, the thing that I struggle with when it comes to internal medicine is a lot of times, because you have so many patients, you're essentially just looking at their charts and prescribing the meds, and then all of the hands-on patient care is done by like the nurses or the respiratory therapist. It is cool that internal medicine doctors do more procedures than I realized, because they're the ones that do lines or scopes or anything like that. But to really get to that point, you have to become a specialist, whereas general hospitalists, they kind of just chart review and prescribe meds. And I think what I like more is a little bit more hands-on patient care. Also, this very much depends on the attending that you're with and the way that things are run, but sometimes rounds are really fast. Sometimes you stand outside of a patient room for an hour and a half just talking about, oh, it could be this, oh, it could be this, we should think about this, and what if we do this, well, what about this kind of thing. But you know, that makes really good doctors, because it shows that these hospitalists, so thorough. They need to know everything about the patient, all the body system. It's genuinely really impressive. I like that aspect of the hospitalists, is that they know so much. Like, I really like the idea of being able to look at anything and diagnose it and work it up, or at least know, like, this is where we're supposed to go from here. Speaking of where we're supposed to go from here, I think that my break is done.
No, I still liked the movie.
Oh man, I am tired. I just finished getting ready for bed, so I'm gonna finish up some reading and studying for the night and then sleep and start again tomorrow. The rotation for the day is actually done now. We are gonna do a didactic lecture and then we'll be free after that. However, we have been left alone in the resident room. Okay, let's play a game. Guess who's back home now? And if you also guess that he has to study, then you would be correct. Update, my dad and I are going out for dessert. While we were out getting dessert, my dad ended up telling me a lot of stories about how he and his family immigrated to the States, and it kind of just has me feeling grateful for my circumstances and the fact that I can pursue the things that I want to do the way that I can. So with all of that hopefulness and drive, I'm going to go into tomorrow and hopefully continue to do my best and study to continue and make the most of this opportunity that I've been given. Hello again, it is Thursday and I am now off of my rotation. There was nothing too special that happened on my rotation today. I worked up another patient, presented it, and then we had some didactic material with the rotation where the residents kind of walked through a case and let us med students to try our hand at trying to diagnose it, asking questions and kind of coaching us through it. Right now though, I am back at another hospital because once again, there are anesthesia didactics here. So I'm going to attend those, learn as much as I can about the specialty that I hope to practice one day. And then my dad left this morning, he drove off, and then my mom is flying in right around now. So after my didactics, I will be picking up my mom. Kind of a funny little handoff thing that I had between the two of them, but it's nice because at least I have somebody here with me in town. Look at all my little plants. I just had to show them off really quick. Actually, looking at my plants kind of has me thinking about something that I want to talk about. I've never been one for catastrophic thinking, so whenever I'm going through a hard time or a period of transition, I know not to tell myself, oh my God, this is the end of the world, this is the end of my life, like I'm never gonna make friends again, I'm never gonna be able to function without making this achievement. So I've never looked at a hardship or a period of transition or application as something that I could fail, because I knew that moving past that, if I just keep living, the world goes on and then my life becomes something that I never would have imagined. And there are so many things about my life now that I could have never even fathomed. Like I could have never imagined that I went to undergrad in Los Angeles, or that I'm going to med school now in Las Vegas. I never would have imagined that I actually have a really green thumb and I can grow plants like from seeds or resuscitate them when they're dying and I buy them from the store. And I know that before I was 18, I always thought I'm not gonna live past 18, not for any morbid reason, well, mostly, but because I just never could have fathomed what life would look like past that point. When I would lose friends, I thought thought that that was it. Like, I'm like, oh, well, I've met the best friend and I lost the best friend I'm ever gonna have, but I'll just keep living. I never could have believed that I had better friends and better people waiting for me that I would meet and connect with even better than I did that person back then. Even when you or I want something really, really badly and I create a full vision of the future with that thing, if that doesn't happen, I end up being just as happy wherever I end up, not because I'm coping and I become happy with the state that I'm in, just because what I find and end up doing brings me just as much, if not more, joy than I thought the other thing would bring me. I think I'm losing the point of what I'm trying to say here, and I fear continuing for the fact that I don't want to start going into cliches, but I think essentially I'm saying that I'm just really grateful to be alive and be where I am right now, because no future that I imagined for myself could have possibly been better than this, simply for the fact that it's not here. This is what I have and this is where I'm happy. I really hope that if you're out there watching this, no matter where you are in life or what you're doing, that, bro, this is crazy. I never thought that I never thought that I'd download or engage in social media, nonetheless that I'd start posting. So if you're watching this and you're seeing me at this exact point in time, wherever or whenever you are, I hope that happiness and joy finds you, and that even if you are imagining something for your future, I hope that you can get that, because you can put in the work and grab that. But if you don't, I hope that you're okay with the fact that life has so much opportunity every turn, and that things are going to turn out great no matter what you do, where you go, or the people that you're with. And if you're not happy with where you are, I'd say just hang in there, because if you keep trying things, changing things, meeting people, just keep living, and you're gonna find something eventually. I think I'm just feeling really hopeful right now. Hopefully this is inspiring in some way and doesn't end up being super cheesy when I look back on it. But you know what? Even if it is super cheesy, if it helps one person, hey, I'm happy. Hey, so I am back at home again after another day in the hospital. I had my last day of my rotation for this week, and I just wanted to talk about some of the things. Today, my preceptor told myself and the other medical student that we both did a really good job, and we've done more than was expected of us. Now, this really baffled us because we felt like we really did the bare minimum, but I'm happy to take the compliment, and I feel very proud of the fact that he said that, because that means that we were thorough with our presentations, we saw the patients, we did a good job with it. I think I am at a little bit of a loss because I don't know exactly what it was that I did that warranted that compliment, but I am happy to be told that I'm doing well, and if that's the case, then I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and hope that it continues to be enough. Or maybe it's that I'm trying to take every opportunity that I can to learn and perform that is granting me that compliment, and therefore if I just continue to work hard, then that's all that they could ask for, and I can continue to feel as though I'm doing well. Now that this week is over, I wanted to talk about some of the things about this rotation that has made it such a wonderful experience. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but Lunar New Year passed while we were on this rotation, and the other medical student and I are both Vietnamese, so we brought in gifts for the team. He baked cookies and I bought almond cookies, the twin dragon ones. Well, my preceptor, who is also Asian, brought in red envelopes for us. On the more academic side, when we would finish with rounds early, he would ask us what we wanted to learn about, and he'd spend whatever time we had left teaching us. I think I really admire watching how much this preceptor truly cares about his patients, because there is some ridiculous things that admin asks us to do that is kind of outside the scope, and he was like, no way, I'm not doing that, that's ridiculous, that's not my job. And then he would pause, he would think about it, he'd move on, and he'd go back, he goes, okay, fine, I have to do it because I can't just abandon this patient. He also really advocates for his residents and his students. Whenever the residents would have a less than pleasant interaction with another attending, he would ask for names, and he'd take down the names and go talk to that attending. Or if something's unclear, he would literally just take matters into his own hand and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go see this patient myself and talk to them. Honestly, this attending and these residents just felt incredibly human, and I always love saying that. They just felt incredibly human. Like, it felt more like they were like big brother, big sister than it did that they were my boss. There was one point where we were doing rounds, we were walking around the hospital together, and we were all walking up the stairs, and I was one of the first people out of the stairwell. So I walked towards the window to see like the sunlight, because it was really nice outside. So I was like looking around outside, and then I turned around and walked back to the team. And as I walked back to the team, the attending was approaching because he just come out of the stairwell, and he goes, where did he go? Oh, to see the sunlight? Well, that's fair. This rotation has been really nice because it truly feels like I'm working with a team, because we will be busy, we'll work, we'll talk things out. They'll help, the senior residents will help the interns who will help us, but we also, when we have downtime, we like chat, get to know each other, goof around, make jokes. So in every aspect, this rotation has been fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about it. Anywho, it's on to the weekend now, and I've got a lot of studying to do since this shelf exam is a week from today, so wish me luck on that.
I need to email. There's just like a... Wow.
I just got back home. I am eating a cookie, but I am going to sign off for the night. As always, thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you glean something of value from it. I very much appreciate that you took the time to watch this, spend time with me, and I wish you the very best on all of your future endeavors.